This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, friends. In this Business Intelligence Master Program, this is our 15th session. In this session, we will see introduction to Azure SQL Database. Okay, so today we will just see the introduction to the Azure SQL Database. We may not be able to complete everything. So tomorrow we will discuss a little bit whatever is pending with respect to the theory. Then we will do the practicals. Okay, how you can create objects in our SQL database, how you can store data. Okay, so how you can move data from database to the other storages, from storage to database, how you can move the data. Okay, different ways to move the data, all those things we will see. Okay, fine. Now we will learn in this session what is relational database. This is important because many people may or may not be knowing this. Then we are going to see relational database objects. What are the relational database objects? Relational database object creation syntax. Suppose if you want to create a relational database object, what is the syntax? What are the data types we have in SQL? Because these data types we need to understand if you want to create any database objects. Okay. Next, in as part of demo, we will just see how to create Azure SQL database. Okay, fine. So in relational database, see example, as we discussed, example from our website, people are searching for course and they will select, okay, they will just say, like I need data factory training. And we will say, do you want fast track training or normal training? If it is a normal training, 20 hours. If it is a fast track training, some 100 hours, we will keep something. Okay, so now people interest based on their interest or their requirement, they are going to select the course duration. Okay, so when they entered all these details from the web application, these things will come and sit in a table. So table is kind of a row and a column wise. This is called a row, this is called a column. Course ID is one concept, course ID is one column, course name is one column, course duration is going to be one column, one data factor 100 hours, this is going to be one row. I hope everybody know this is columns, this is row. So this data will be stored in a rows and column wise. Example, let's say one more person came and he's searching for your Databricks for 80 hours course, then this record will come and join here. Okay, so likewise you are going to create the whatever details you are providing from your web application, that details will sit in your database, remember. Okay, so this is what we discussed even the first day, but we will discuss more about what is this table exactly. Okay, how to create this table, what is this columns, what is this rows, what this course ID, this is called a field. So each and everything we will discuss in detail. Okay, if I want to see entire data which I have in this table, how I can see. If I want to filter out, saying that in this particular table I want only the details of the people who has requested for Databricks. Okay, how many people requested for Databricks course? So based on the number of records, I can consider that those many people requested for the Databricks course. Okay, so likewise, I want to understand all these things. Let me take you through the slides. See, here you can see. So first you need to understand what is RDBMS. See, RDBMS stands for Relational Database Management System. Okay, a relation, it is going to relate. It has a relation between the master and the child tables. Okay, there is a relation between the multiple tables, so you need to maintain the relation between multiple tables. So if you want to understand that, you need to understand the database design. Okay, there is a something called first normalization form, second normalization form, third normalization forms we will have. So what it indicates is, suppose example, let's imagine customer A. Okay, let's say Cloud Pandit, customer is Cloud Pandit, he has placed the order called laptop. Now what happens, Cloud Pandit, then he will have Cloud Pandit phone number, Cloud Pandit address, then he has placed a laptop with cost of 50,000 or something like that. Okay, so you have 5 records. Now you need to remember this because I have not included these in the slides. So this is one record, Cloud Pandit, he has a phone number, he has an address, he purchased a laptop, the cost is 50,000. Now second day, same Cloud Pandit purchased the mobile. Now can anybody guess it and tell me what all details will have? Again Cloud Pandit, his phone number, Cloud Pandit address, then this time instead of laptop you will have what? you will have a mobile, and mobile price some 10,000. Okay. Let's say on third day, Cloud Pandit is trying to purchase some, let's say, one more mobile. You can say one more mobile is trying to purchase. Now, what all details will be there in the table? Can anybody guess it and tell me, friends? What all details will be there in the table? Tell me. I am just expecting at least from one person.
Cloud Pandit name and product and cost of the mobile.
So 5 things we will have. Okay. Cloud Pandit is phone number and his address, mobile name and price. Now, if you look at all these 3 things, which thing is repeating every time? Which details are repeating every time? Cloud Pandit, his phone number, his address. Every time it is repeating. Why it is repeating? Because you are storing entire details in a table. Okay. Instead of that, what we usually do is we will keep all our customers details in a table, single table. We will not repeat our customer tables multiple times. Let's imagine I have 2 tables, A table and B table. Let's say, otherwise, let me just show you here. So here you see, friends, I have just a table 1. Let's imagine you have a table 1, which is customer ID, customer name, customer address. Okay, then you have a order, price. Okay, so now you can say customer ID is 1 and his name Cloud Pandit, address, let's say Bangalore. Okay, address, let's say laptop. Next, price is, you can say something 10K. Now 2, and same Cloud Pandit, okay, he is from Bangalore. Okay, Bangalore. Next, he purchased mobile, okay, with a price of 5K something. 3, Cloud Pandit, Bangalore. Okay, this time you can say again he purchased another mobile. Okay, this is of 6K. Now, if you look at all these details, see, all these 3 details are same, repeating every time. These are repeating. I don't want to keep all these details in a single table. If I keep all these details in a single table, I am seeing this particular problem. To avoid this, what I wanted to do is basically you created 2 tables. Okay, you created 2 tables. Okay, in this table, in first table, what I'm going to keep, I will just keep my customer ID, customer name and a customer address. I'll just keep customer ID, customer name and a customer address. Okay, something like this. I get CID, CID, C name, C address. Yeah, I have this. Here I will put only one time CP and Bangalore. He is from Bangalore. Now in this table, I will put, this is, just imagine this is a custom, this is your customer table, this is your orders table. Now what I will do is, whenever here I will keep 3 things: order ID, like order ID or order name, product name. Okay, you will say order name and price, along with that customer ID. Okay, which customer has placed order. Okay, these 3 information I will have. Let's imagine first today he has placed a laptop and price is 10K. Which customer has placed? So I will just give here 1. I will just give here 1. Understood, friends? I'm just giving here 1. Next, when he has, let's say, mobile he has placed and it's of 5K. Same customer, I will just give 1. Okay, what indicates I will tell you. Next, mobile 6K and 1 ID is 1. Now same customer is placed. Now you see all these 3 orders placed by customer ID is 1. Who is that customer ID? Whenever you want to know who is that customer ID, do one thing, just join this customer ID with this customer ID to get this customer information. This customer 1, who is this one? So when you join here, when you join these two things, you will come to know, okay, he is a cloud pandit, he is from Bangalore. If he has phone number, that phone number also you can able to see. Suppose this product we has placed, if you want to know, join these two tables. We are going to see joins as well today. Okay, you just join these two tables to get the information. Okay, this is the customer who has placed this mobile. I want to understand who has placed this mobile. So join these two tables. It's a relation. You are basically creating the relation between these two tables. In a database, each table is called a object. Okay, these you are creating the relation between the object. Okay, you are creating the relation between object. What you need to do, see, if you are doing like this, there are a lot of advantages. One is your storage, like your data storage will reduce. Redundancy data you are reducing, because what happens here, repeatedly you are you are entering same data. Here you avoided writing same data again and again. The managing also very easy here, because you have only one customer data, like unique record you will have here. But here you see same record duplicate, one CP Bangalore, one CP duplicate. Okay, we need to create the relation between these two. Okay, this customer ID and this customer ID is we need to create a some kind of relation, so that we know that which customer has placed this order. Okay, CP and he is from Bangalore. Okay, how many of you clear, friends, on this?
Yeah, it is like a denormalization, right?
This is, yes. See, this is denormalization. Normalization means you are like what you are doing is normalization means you are, yes, this is normalization, this is denormalization.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Normalization means you are removing the duplicates. You see, this is normalization, this is denormalization. Okay, any other questions, friends? Any other question? Anybody have any doubt? Murli, clear?
And CID is nothing surrogate key. Surrogate key, right? In order table.
These are not surrogate keys. Okay, these are the like foreign keys. These are the like primary keys. Oh, sorry, this is, you can say, primary key. This is your foreign key. See, don't confuse, because other people are there. Don't confuse between all those things. See, surrogate keys you will see in a like data warehouse, but in normal database you will have a primary keys to identify the records uniquely. Okay, we will have a primary keys to identify records uniquely in our database. Okay, surrogate keys we will generate, okay, in our data warehouse. Okay,
Correct. Yeah.
okay, this is a denormalizing. Here we are normalizing the data. Normalizing means we are reducing the redundancy data. See, same data we are like again and again we are using. Here we reduce, we are using only one time. This is called a normalizing. So normalization means not only this, we will have a lot of steps we need to follow to do the data normalization. Okay, okay, those and all, don't worry, don't confuse between like toughest words. Simple thing you need to understand, whenever we are storing data in a single table, we have seen same data we are storing again and again. To avoid that, I just created two tables. In this table I just maintain a unique record. In this I am maintaining all the orders and creating the relation between these two. Okay, that's all you need to understand till that much. Okay, so primary keys, other constraints, everything I will discuss, don't worry. Okay, okay, I hope everybody's clear as of now. Let me go on now. Okay, so now we have seen relational database management system means in this particular data management system, where we are going to manage all this data will be there in a multiple objects. All these objects will be related, meaning there will be a relation between all these tables. Okay, next. RDBMS is the basis for SQL. Okay, so whatever you want to do on these particular objects, you need to use a SQL, structured query language, you need to use. Okay, and for all modern database systems like Microsoft SQL Server, Oracle, and MySQL, all these are the RDBMS system. For all RDBMS system, the base is SQL. Next, a relational database management system, RDBMS, is a database management system that is based on the relational model. So we have seen the relations between the different objects. That is nothing but a relational model. Now, important concepts in your RDBMS is tables, field, row, column, and the constraints. So not only these, we have many more things, but whatever is important for us to understand and whatever is important for our day-to-day task or activities, I have included the required concepts. Okay, so the important concepts are tables, fields, row, column, and constraint. So I will explain in detail. Okay, see, what is table? The data in the RDBMS is stored in the database objects, which are called as a tables. Table is a object, database object, where you are going to keep your data. Next, this table is basically a collection of related data entries. Data entries means first customer requested for data factory training, second customer is requested for the Databricks training. So each one is a one entry. So all these entries where we have seen, all these entries we inserted into the table. So now you can say this table is a basically collection of related data entries, and it consists of numerous columns and rows. It will have we have seen there are 3 columns in our table, and we have 2 records, 2 rows in our table. You see here how many columns we have. Course ID, course name, course duration is going to be our columns. Okay, one data factory 1000 hours, like 100 hours, 2 Databricks 80 hours. So these are the 2 records, 1 and 2. Okay, so this is the table you need to understand. Next, what is the row? Before you go to row, you need to understand field. Okay, every table is broken up into smaller entities called fields. The fields in the course table consist of course ID, course name, and a course duration. You have seen course ID is called a one field, course name is called one more field, course duration is one more field. Okay, these are called a fields. So every table is broken into smaller entities called fields. So how many fields we have in our table? 3. What are those? Course ID, course name, and course duration. A field is a column in the table that is designed to maintain specific information about every record in the table. Let's consider. So it's very clear, right? This point is very clear. Now, if you consider course ID, it will maintain only course IDs, some numbers. Course names, if you consider, it will maintain only course names, some specific information. If you take the course duration, it will maintain specific information, that is the duration of the course. Okay, so that's what it is saying. A field is a column, it's nothing but a column in the table that is designed to maintain specific information about every record in the table. Okay, fine. Next, a record is called as a row. You can also call it as a record is nothing but a row of data. Row of data is each individual entry that exists in a table. Okay, example, I will show you here. You see here. So one data factory 1000 hours. This is a one row of data, which is each individual entry that exists in a table. See, this is a one record. Second one is called a one more record. Now, record or row, both are same. Remember, okay? So don't confuse between the words. So you need to understand row or record. Everything is same. Row means this is the row, or you can call it as a record as well. Now this is a record is a horizontal entity in the table. It is horizontal, right? See, one data factory 100 hours, 2 Databricks 80 hours. This is a horizontal. This is called a row. Next, what is column? A column is a vertical entity in the table. So previously we have seen row, it is a horizontal entity. A column is a vertical entity in the table that contains all information associated with a specific field in the table. Next, For example, a column in the course table is following. Let's take course ID. This is course ID column. Course name. This is another column. Course duration. This is another column. These are the columns. Okay. Next. What is null? Remember, a null value in a table is a value in the field that appears to be blank, which means a field with a null value is a field with no value. When you can say you have a null value here, if somebody is not giving any value, okay, then it will go as a empty value, no value. No value is nothing but you can consider it as a null. Next, it is very important to understand that a null value is different than a zero value or field that contains spaces. If you are giving some spaces, that is not a null value. If you are entering some value 0, that is not a null value. Null value means if you are not entering anything, then that particular value will be considered it as a null. A field with a null value is the one that has been left blank during a record creation. When you are creating the record, if you're not entering anything, if you're not creating any value, that will go as a null value. Example, here you see, I'm saying 3 AWS, but I'm not entering the course duration. This will become a null. This will become a null. Okay, clear? As of now, any questions, friends? Fine. No questions. Fine. Let's move on. So SQL constraints. So we need to understand the constraints now. So when you are storing the data, you need to understand the constraints as well. Okay. See, constraints are the rules enforced on data column on a table. So you are going to put some kind of a condition saying that my course name should not be null, because that is the main field. We are talking whatever other columns you are filling, those all details depends on the course name. That's why course name column, I don't want to see any null value. You can put something like that. Next, course duration. If it is less than 20 hours, we cannot cover. That's why when user is entering, we have to put some condition. This particular field value must be greater than 20 hours, must be greater than 20 hours. These are some kind of constraints we are enforcing on data columns, so that when user is entering, maybe simply whoever is visiting our website, they will simply type data breaks, I want training in 1 hour. That is not possible. At least 20 hours we need. So we need to enforce that the course duration at least 20 hours, we need to put that. Okay. Constraints are the rules enforced on data columns on a table. Okay. There are used to limit the type of data that can go into a table. So what you are doing, you are just putting some kind of constraints which will limit the type of data that you are inserting into your table. This ensures the accuracy and reliability of the data in the database. What it will do, it will increase the accuracy and reliability of the data in the database. Next, constraints can either be column level or table level. Column level constraints are applied only to one column, whereas table level constraints are applied to the entire table, meaning all the columns in a table. Next, following are the some of the most commonly used constraints available in SQL. You see, not null constraint, meaning ensures that a column cannot have a null value. Example, if I say not null constraint, not null column I have given to my course name, then that particular column should not be a null value at any time. Default constraint, meaning whenever somebody is giving null value, example, AWS course duration is null. So in that case, I want to say some default value, some 40 hours. Default value is 40 hours. Then somebody is not entering some values, those will go as a default values. If somebody is not selecting course name, then default it will go to data factory, something. Okay. Unique constraint. Unique constraints, it's nothing but a ensures that all the values in a column are different. What it means? Example, when it comes to the course ID. So AWS, like your data factory course ID is 1, Databricks is course ID 2, AWS course ID is 3. Why I need to maintain this? So if you maintain this, it will be easy for you to fetch the records. Okay, so what happens is you will not have any duplicate records. You are avoiding duplicate records. Okay, basically. Next we have something called primary key. Uniquely identify each row or record in a database table. So primary key. So primary key, what it will do, it will just generate some numbers 1, 2, 3, everything. Okay. So here each record, if you want to fetch it, you can able to fetch it with the help of primary key. Example, when I say select star from table where ID equal to 3. So 3 will be there only for the one record because it's a primary key. I have put the condition called primary key. Okay. So when you put the primary key, what happens is you can able to identify each record uniquely. Now when I say ID equal to 3, course ID 3, it will give you AWS course. Next, foreign key. Foreign key means we just have seen the relation between two tables, right? So in a master table, whatever key you have, that is going to be your foreign key. Don't worry if you're not able to understand all these things because we are not going to use all these things. Okay, if you are a SQL developer, you may need to know everything, but for us these things, it's not very important, but whatever is important I will discuss in detail. Okay, next, check constant. The check constant ensures that all values in a column satisfy certain condition. Let's say, as I said, right, I want to put whenever he is entering course duration is 1 hour, I'm going to say some check constants whether he entered course duration is greater than 20 or not. If he is entered greater than 20, then only I will allow, otherwise I will throw error. Next, index. Index is basically, if you see any book, you will have index. Okay, from which page this lesson is going to start, from in which page you have this concept, all those things. So it will be easy for us to go quickly and find out that particular concepts from the book. In the same way, in a database, you will have a data in different disk in the backend. So you need to quickly identify where is your data. For that, we need to create something called indexing. So index is nothing but it is going to store some kind of a metadata information. Okay, metadata is nothing but a data about data. Your data is there in backend. So where exactly each record is there, that information it will give you with the help of index. So index will help you to retrieve data from the database very quickly. Okay, friends. Now you see commonly used data types. These are very, very important. You see, so date time. It supports date and time. Okay, date. It supports only date. Varchar. It supports names. Example, date time means 2020. Today, this month is 11. Today is 11, and current time you can say 08. Maybe you can say something 07, 50, 51, something like that. Hours, minutes, seconds. So date and time, both if you want to provide in your table, you need to say data type is the date time. Okay, next. It supports a date. It supports date. If you give date as a data type, it will take only date, not a time. If you're considering something called varchar, it supports only names. So this is special. That's why I have highlighted n varchar, names which contain special character. In a name, you are saying Cloud Pandit and Malaya, something like that. Okay, ampersand the symbol if I use, that is a special character in my name. So in that case, if you go with varchar, it will not allow. N varchar will allow. Next, int. It support numbers. It support numbers. If you want to store customer IDs, the number of hours, your course duration, all those things, you can go with int. Big int, basically it will support big numbers greater than 9 digits. Example, you want to provide your phone number. It's a 10-digit number. You need to go with the big int. So not only these data types, we have a many more data types for which supports your table creation. Okay, in field definition. Now for that, these are the commonly used data types. That's why I just included those things here. Okay, I hope you were clear now. So see how you are going to create a table and what we are going to do. So the common things I have taken. All the SQL statements start with any of the keywords like select. If you want to select any data from the table, insert. If you want to add new data to the table, update. Suppose when I have provided my phone number, that was wrong. I need to update my phone number. You need to use update. Delete. So I don't want to maintain some account in SBI. I will go and say, please remove my account. Then they will delete your account from the database. For that, you have to use the delete. Delete means that entire record, like the AWS, I'm not going to teach next to 2 months. Okay. Then I don't want to maintain that record. You can delete that record. Alter. Alter means maybe your table you have created with 3 columns, but you want to add 4 columns. Then you can alter that table. Drop. You want to delete this table itself, not a single column. You want to drop entire table. Drop. Okay. Next, create. I want to create a table. Then you have to use create. Okay. Use. So you will have a multiple databases. You need to tell which database you want to use. Okay. Show. Okay. Show is basically you want to show some kind of a details about some table. Okay, then you have to go with the show, and all the statements end with a semicolon. So not okay, you are going to use all these keywords to create multiple things, to select some data, to insert data, to update data. Okay, so every statement will end with semicolon, but it's not mandatory. It's not mandatory. Remember. Next, the most important point to be noted here is that SQL is case insensitive, which means select and select have same meaning in the SQL statement. See, it's a capital, it's a small. Okay. But when you are designing your database, you will have some kind of a guidelines for good practice. Okay. When you are designing your database, what are the good practice guidelines you'll have? Those will say whenever you are using these keywords, you need to maintain in a capital letter. Some guidelines you'll have. Okay, you need to follow those guidelines when you are developing your database. Okay, now we will see the syntax. First syntax, I want to create a table. How will you create table? See, create table. I am going to give the table name. So what is my table name? Let's say my table name is courses. What is going to be my column 1? Course ID. What is the data type? Tell me. Course ID number. What is the data type of that? I just discussed numbers. Very good. So column 2, it's, let's say column 2, I'm going to give it as a course name. What may be my data type? Varchar. All 3. This is, I will say, course start date. Course start date and time. So then the data type is date time. Okay. Let's say my final column is, I can say, course duration. Then it is going to be a number again. Just I will say 20 or 40, not hours, 20 hours. I just say 20 or 30. So in that case, you can go with again int. Okay, 20, 40, all these are numbers. Int you need to. Okay, this is the syntax for creating your table. Okay, I will show you by creating the table. Don't worry. Remember, next thing. So I'm going to include all the things in the upcoming sessions. But now you see, create a table. You are creating the table. If I want to create a stored procedure, create procedure. Create procedure. If I want to create a view, create view. Create view. Understood, friends? If you want to create view, create view. If you want to create a stored procedure, create procedure. Next, you just have to give, if you are creating a table, table name. If you are creating stored procedure name. Other syntax will change for object to object. I will discuss all those things in detail later. Now, let's say I want to, once I create a table, I want to insert data into the table. How will you insert data into the table? Insert into this courses table, column 1, column 2, and so on, column n. I have a n columns. To these n columns, I want to insert values. Example, course ID, course name, and course duration. Values are 1 data breaks, and then here I can say course duration is 80 hours. Again, I will use same statement to insert new record. Insert into courses, course ID, course name, and course duration to data factory 100 hours. Okay, something like that I will use. Next, I want to select data from table. How will you select? Select column 1, column 2, and up to column n from a table name. Suppose if you want to select all the columns, you can mention the column names. This is the good practice to mention the column names. You will get the better performance if you mention the column names. You can also say select star from table. Star means it indicates all the columns. Okay, these are the few syntaxes, but we have many more syntaxes that I'm going to discuss. Okay, fine. Now let's imagine I have this particular data. Okay, customer ID, customer name, manager, and city. Okay, let's imagine you have a customers. This is the customers table. Okay, now in this customers table, what I wanted to do, my query, I am writing something like this: select _name city from customers. Can anybody guess it and tell me what is my result is going to be? First thing I will tell you, remember, okay, from customer, meaning from this customer table. This customer table is having all this data. In this all this data, I want to select only two columns: customer name and city, meaning this names, customer names, and from where are they from. Okay, you can see the like Thiru from Delhi, Rama from Hyderabad, Krishna from Delhi, Sai from Pune. Okay, you will have a customer name and a city. Only that information I'm selecting. You see, customer name and city: Thiru, Delhi, Rama, Hyderabad, Krishna, Chennai, Sai, Pune. Something like that I will get it. Now, when I say select star from customer, can anybody tell me what I will get? Whoever knows, can you tell me, friends?
All the data will come.
Very good. So I'm going to get all the data. You see, I'm getting all the 4 columns. Okay, let's say I'm going to the final one. Can you tell me select distinct city from customer? Remember, when I said distinct city, unique cities I want. First thing you need to understand, from customer, from entire this customer, select city column. I am selecting only city column. In that, I am going to put something called distinct. Distinct means if you have any name repeated twice, Delhi repeated twice, but in my result I will get Delhi only one time, because distinct. Distinct means unique names I want. Only distinct names I want. If Delhi name is repeated twice, I don't want to see twice. I can see only one time. I want to see only one time. In that case, distinct city in it is. Okay. So few more I just prepare like this. Let's imagine you have a customer table. So let's say I'm writing something like this: select star from customer table where, this is condition called where condition, skills equal to Azure and city equal to Bangalore. Meaning end conditions will tell if both the conditions true, then only you need to bring the data. If both the conditions true, then only you need to bring the data. So how this data you are going to compare is, take first record and check. So first, select star from customer. Can you tell me what is select star from customer? It's nothing but you are taking everything. Okay, I am taking all the columns, everything. In this, there is a condition where I don't want to get entire records in my result. I want to check some condition where skills equal to Azure. Where we have skills equal to Azure? See, skills equal to Azure is here, here. But next condition is saying, and city must be Bangalore. City must be Bangalore. Now, when these two conditions is true, then only that record will come out. Okay, now you see in which case skills is Azure and city is Bangalore. In which case these two are true. Skills is Azure, city is Bangalore. For this record, these two are matching. For this Krishna record, these two records are like these two conditions are matching. Skills is Azure, city is Bangalore. So I will get this particular third record. Okay, this is basically Azure and Bangalore end condition. End condition means both should match. Both should match. Next, I'm going with OR condition. What OR condition says? If your skills is Azure, take it. If your skills is AWS, take that as well. Meaning, now if the skills is Azure, take. If the skills is AWS, you need to take. Total you will get 3 records. Okay, Azure, AWS. Next, select a star from customer where not city equal to Azure. Sorry, I think 1 second, depends on result. I can see here. Yeah, so here not city equal to Pune. This is basically not city equal to Pune. Okay, select star from customer where not city equal to Pune. By mistake I entered Azure. It's a Pune. So when I corrected, let's say select star from customer where not city equal to Pune. So Pune means what? Pune means here. This is the only record which is having Pune. So except this record, not city equal to Pune. When I say not city equal to Pune, meaning except this record, everything else I'm getting everything else. Okay. Now, so we'll see with respect to the joins. Okay. You see here I have a orders table. Okay. In this orders table, okay. So orders table, customer ID, order ID, and order date. Okay. Now I have 1 second. Sorry friends, now you see here this is a customer ID, order date. We have 3 records. Now I also have a next thing with respect to the customers. Okay, same thing which I have explained. These are the like customers who has placed the different orders. Here you have order ID and order date. Now I want to understand this particular order who has placed. Now I need to match, I need to join these tables. For that we'll have a joins. Okay, now you see select star from orders. So I will take entire data. Okay, inner join with customer. Inner join means if the record is matching between these 2 tables, only those records will get. Okay, on what basis you want to match the records? So in orders table, customer ID, in customers table, customer ID. If these 2 IDs are matching, those are the only those records I want to get. That is nothing but an inner join. See, in this case, 2 and 2 is matching. See here, this is the 2, this is also 2. See, these 2 are matching. These 2 are matching. Okay. Now what I will do, my result is going to be something like this: customer ID, order date, customer ID, customer name, contact name, country. So when I join, when I write this, I will see all these details in my result. Okay, see 2, order ID, order date, you can see customer ID, customer name, contact name, and a country. So everything came here. When I do inner join, I am able to get everything. Okay, only which is matching between these 2. Okay, sometimes you may see something like you will have a orders, but there is no customers here for those orders. Now you have seen, right, 3777 there is no customers available who has placed these orders. We don't have that information. In the same way, we have 1 and 3 customers. These 1 and 3 customers, what orders they have placed, we don't have that information. Okay, fine. So now how you can get those things? Now you see I have again orders and customer tables. Now this time I'm going to say select star from orders, right join. Okay, right join to the customer. What is the right table here? What is right here? Right is going to be, this side is going to be right, this side is going to be left. So left table is orders, right table is customer. Meaning when you say right join, what it means is, first thing, any join you use that brings you common records. Okay, when you say right join, meaning right table unmatched record also I want to get. What it means, now you see, first thing, what are the, like, on what basis you want to match these records? On customer ID. So which IDs are matching? Only again here also 2, this 2 is matching, these 2 are the common records I have. Now if you look at see 2, this is the common record, but 3 and 1, these are the not matched records. What I wanted to do, I want to take 1 and 3 records as well along with the common record which is matching record. That is nothing but a right join. Right join means right table remaining records also you are going to take. What is your right table? Right table is customer. In this customer table, whatever records we have remaining, those things also you are going to take. The result you can see here. So this is the matching record. These are the unmatched records from the right table. But what is like matching records in your left table? There is no matching record in left table. That's why you have a null values. We talked about what is null. Blank. Nothing. There is no value for this this particular record. There is no matching record. That's why you are getting blank values, null values. Okay, everybody is clear on these things. Okay, let's see now. Now, can you just guess it and tell me what kind of join I need to write to get unmatched records from the left table alone? Only from left table I want to get the unmatched records. What might be the join? Very good. So if it is the right join, you are getting the unmatched records from the right table. Unmatched means 1 and 3 is not matching with the orders table. So 1 and 3 you are getting still. Right. In the same way, if you use left to join, 37 and 77 will come. Let's see that now. Okay, we have seen this anyhow. Now you see this is a orders table. This is our customer table. Now I am going to write a join, select star from orders. This is a left to join customers. What is the left table in this join orders? Okay, on what basis you are matching the records? Customer ID. So again, you see here we have a 2. Here also we have a 2. These two are the matching records. Then 37 and so okay, 37 and 77. These are the unmatched records. These are the unmatched records. See total. Okay, 37 and 77 are the unmatched records. Now come down results. I want to see the result. You see here, this is a matching records. See, only orders information you have, but matching customers are not available. That's why matching customer information you are seeing here null values. Clear, friends? Now you have a one more type of join, that is basically that indicates bring all type of records. What it means? 3 types of data you have here: matching records, unmatched record in the left table, unmatched record in the right table. Now if you used inner join, you are getting only matched records. If you use the right join, you are getting common records plus unmatched records from the right table. If you use left join, you are getting common records plus all remaining records, unmatched records from the left table. Now we have a final join called full join. What full join will do is full join will bring all the records, meaning common records, all remaining records in left table, all remaining records in the right table. You see now orders, customers. So now join is, it's a full join on customers on this basis, on orders.customer ID equal to customers.customer ID. Okay. Now you see here, this is the 2 and this is the 2. These two are the records which are matching. Now what is unmatched records here? See that these two are the unmatched records. In this 1 and 3 is not matching records. 1 and 3 are the unmatched records. Okay, now when you come to the result, you see here this is a common record. This is the common record. Okay. Now you see this is the left table records. There is no matching record in the right table. That's why it's a null value. Now when you see here 2 and 3, these are the right table records. There is no matching records for your like here. You see you don't have any matching records here for orders table. In order table there is no matching record for these customers. Okay. Likewise, we'll have a full join. Okay, clear? Everybody's clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now so I think I have slides, that's all. So now what I will do is tomorrow we will discuss about Azure SQL database. Okay, tomorrow we will discuss about Azure SQL database features, what all the things we have in Azure SQL database. Those things we will discuss tomorrow. But to give you better idea, today I will create the Azure SQL database. I will show you how to connect to the Azure SQL database, and then how you can create table and insert records into the table. Only these 3 things we will do today, and tomorrow I will just show you what all the features we have in Azure SQL database. Okay, Then again we will create tomorrow. If possible, tomorrow we will see how to copy data from SQL database to the SQL database. If you have a table, let's say you have input table and output table, I want to move data from input table to the output table. Okay, how you can move that particular data. Okay, for easy understanding, I'm saying input and output. Okay, but you can have a actual proper names in your database. Okay. So today I will just quickly show you how you can create a Azure SQL database, how to connect and create all these tables, then insert records and selecting these records. Tomorrow we will discuss the futures of your Azure SQL database and other things. Okay, come here. So because there are multiple people who don't know this SQL and everything, that's why I've shown you this, because these are important. Okay, so before I get started with my practicals, any questions, friends? Any questions? Anybody would like to ask any question? Parmesh, clear. Jitendra, Murli, Manohar, Ram. Okay, thank you, thank you. So now you do one thing. So how you can find that particular Azure SQL database? See, here you have a SQL database. Otherwise, you can go to all services, go to your databases, click on databases. Here, category, you can see SQL database. Okay, so you have a SQL database, you can create it. Just click on SQL database. You know how to bring that particular service into favorite list, right? So once you are here, if you want to create any service, there are two ways. One is you can click here, you can click add. Okay, let's click here, create SQL database today. Okay, so you know subscription, this is pre-trade, and research group, we don't have any research group. Let me create a new research group. This is Cloud Pandit. Cloud Pandit. Okay, yes, SQL, sorry, Cloud Pandit, BI Master Program 2 or Master Program 1. Okay, so database name. So database name, you can say Cloud Pandit SQL DB. Okay, this is the name. So remember, here you will have two things: database name and server name. You need to understand what is database name and the server name. So database, where you are going to keep all your data. Okay, server, who is going to serve your request. If you say, hey server, can you go and modify this data, your server will take your request, it will modify in your database. If you ask server, hey server, can you add this particular record in the table, server will go and do for you. You can ask server, hey server, can you delete this record from the database, it will go and delete the data record in the database. Meaning database is the place where you are going to store your data. Server is the one which is going to respond to your request. This is exactly your hotel concept. If you go to hotel, food will be there in a kitchen. Now servant will come to you and they will take your request. Okay, they will ask what all orders you want to give. So you will give the order, they will go and bring the food, they will serve you as per your order, right? So in the same way, server will take your request, it will serve based on your order. Okay, now, so can anybody can give the orders to the server? No. That's why we need to create a server. When we are creating server, we are going to set up username and password. Whoever is having this username and password, only those people can able to make the request. Those people can able to connect to the server and make the request. Once you make the request, as per your request, it is going to make the changes in your database. Remember, in a single server, you can have a multiple database, meaning for one server can maintain multiple databases in the backend. Okay, how hotels can maintain multiple kitchens. Okay, so same thing these people can able to do. Okay, now Okay, fine. Your subscription does not have access to create SQL Server in the selected region for the latest. Okay, so if you get this, even if you select any other region, you will see same issue. It will come. Okay, I'm not getting in another region. So let's go to East to West and check. Okay, see, in other regions I'm not getting, but in East to West also I should not get where I'm getting. See, I'm not getting error now. Okay, fine. So now create new server. Okay, create new server. Here I need to give them my server name. I can say Cloud Pandit, SQL Server. My server admin login. I can say it's a. I will say my name. I will give my password. I'm giving something here. So this is East to West. Click. Okay. So in which region you are creating this server? In East to West. Click OK. Okay, creating. Now want to use SQL Elastic Pool. So Elastic Pool is nothing but in back end it is going to add the disk or data, small data sets, databases. It is going to keep on adding as per the your data size increases. Okay, so those things we will discuss in detail. Okay, so here you can see you can create the new pool. A pool is nothing but what? Group of small databases. Okay. So if you want to use the group of small databases, you can use that. Okay, so that we will discuss. Don't worry. Compute plus storage. So how much storage you want, how much throughput units you want. Throughput is nothing but your performance level. Okay, so it depends on your throughput. You need to make a payments. Okay, that is one thing you need to understand. Okay, here you will have a summary. If you increase the DTOs, the cost will increase. See, the cost is increasing. Now I will go with the default 10 DTOs. What is DTO? Database throughput unit. Database throughput unit. Data max size. What is the max size of data? I'm taking 250 GB. But if you go with premium, currently for free trial it is not available. But if you go with the premium, you can choose the size. Okay. Now with this configuration, I'm going. This is basically 991 per month, not per hour. Don't worry. Click apply. Then networking, leave them as is. Additional settings. Here you see you have a none. None means you want a database without any data. I don't want any data. I am going to create tables. I will insert data into those tables. Backup. You have some data in taken from some other database. You have taken backup. Okay, meaning another copy. Okay, that backup, if you want to attach, you can able to attach. You want some sample data for your practice, you can able to take that sample data. Okay, by default you will have some data will be there in your database if you select this for your practice, but I will go with none. Okay, next, these are how your data has to be stored and like optimized way, how your data should be stored and accessed. For that you will have a default collection. You don't need to change it. Remaining things, leave them as is. Click tags. Tags, key and value pairs, leave them as is. Click review plus create. So you see you are going to review all the details, then click create. So database will create in 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, it will take approximately 2 to 3 minutes to create your database. Let's see how you can create the database. Now here let me check whether SSMS is there in my system. See, SQL Server Management Studio is not there in my local system, but that is important because whenever in real time, how you will connect to this database or data warehouse, that is nothing but Azure Synopsys by using a SQL Server Management Studio. Okay, so how to install SQL Server Management Studio is SQL Server Management Studio. You just search for that, go inside this link. Okay, first link itself, you can go, come down, you will see download SQL Server Management Studio SSMS. Click on that. So it is downloading, but how much size it is? It is very big size. We have seen, right, some 700 MB. Okay, you can download that. Okay, that is one way, but okay, I will tell you because we will try to practice everything from SSMS only. But even if you don't have SSMS, you can connect to the database. I will show you because in the cloud itself, in the service itself, you have a built-in tool that is called query editor will be there. By using that, you can able to connect and you can able to fire your queries. Okay. But if you want to download and install, this is the link. and even I can share you the steps. Otherwise, we are going to install tomorrow. Okay, this is the link. I'm just pasting in chat window. Whoever wants to install that, you can install it. Okay, if you want step-by-step processing, come to our YouTube channel here. Our YouTube channel. Let's say in our YouTube channel. Just to go something. Here, let's say SSMS plus SSMS. You click. Go inside the AWS Solution Architect. MySQL SQL Server. I think this one only.
Need a professional website?
MySQL. RDS. See, RDS labs you will have here. This yeah, here. So in this session, you see here, I've done multiple things. So how you can create SQL Server instance creation, SSMS installation, execution of basic SQL queries. So everything is available here. So I'm just sharing this link. If you want to install, you can install, but anyhow, we are going to cover that again. Okay, don't worry. Now you see our database is ready now. You see our database is ready. Your deployment is completed. Just click on go to resource. Okay. So we are here. Now just click on query editor. Okay, just click on query editor. See, this is the place where you are going to see the query editor. Suppose if you want to connect to the SSMS from here, so you just have to take this name and you are going to connect it. Okay, there I have explained in detail, don't worry. But even tomorrow we will discuss one class we can spend. Okay, now just click on query editor. You see this is the name and this is the password. Click OK. So what it is saying, cannot open server cloud-funded SQL server requested by the login. Client with IP address this is not allowed to access the server because so it will not allow SQL server. It will not allow anybody to connect by default. You need to add your network IP address. So this is the IP address of my network. So suppose I connected to my hacker network. So that particular ID, internet ID, that particular IP address we need to add. Where you need to add is come to overview, click on set server firewall, then just click add client IP. So you don't need to find out what is your IP. If you just simply click add client IP, see client IP address is this. It is showing here also. Click add client IP, it will add. Next, do you want to allow other services like your data factory and other services to connect to the database? Yes. If yes, click yes. Then save it. Okay, come back. Then click on query editor. Okay, this is the login name. This is password. Okay, this is our password. I'm just entering my password here. Now click OK. So I have connected. Now I can see all the objects, tables. See, I don't have anything. Views. See, these are some default views I have. Okay, next, stored procedures. Okay, I don't have anything. I don't have any stored. Yeah, I have some system stored procedures. You will have. These are not created by us. So by default, when you create a database, you will have some system stored procedures. Okay, by using this, you can make some kind of a modifications to your objects. Okay, fine. So you have some kind of a view, some stored procedures, but I don't have any table. I want to create a table. How to create table? Create table. See, intelligence is coming. What you want to create? I want to create a courses table. In this course table, what all fields you want to include? Course ID, what type of data you are going to put it in this column. Int type. Course name. Okay, you can say something like this. Course underscore ID. It's an integer type. Course underscore name. This is, see, course underscore ID is an integer because all the numbers I'm going to keep it. In course name, I'm going to keep all the names. It's nothing but var 50. Next, course duration. Course duration. Okay. So course duration is going to be what, friends? Again, int. Now you can select this, click run. So before I run, you refresh and see you don't have anything. You just check it here, you don't have anything. Now select this query and run it. Affected rows 0 because you are not changing any data. Rows I am not updating. Now you refresh this, expand this and see table is there. What all columns we have in this table? You see course ID, course name and a course duration. Okay, now create sorry. Now I want to insert data. Before you insert, let's check select star from courses. What it should give? It should select all the data. We'll see. So affected row 0 because there is no data in it. I want to insert data. So what is the way you will insert? Insert into, just 5 more minutes. Insert into courses. What columns? In what columns you want to insert the data? Course underscore ID column I want to insert the data. Next, course underscore name I want to insert the data. Course underscore duration. In all these columns I want to insert data. Insert into courses table. In this table I have a course ID, course name, course duration. Okay, I want to insert the values into these columns. What are the values you want to insert? Values are course ID is 1. Okay, if it is a name, you have to, if it is a string, you need to put it in a single quotes. Course name is data factory. Okay, course duration, I will say 100 hours. Next, okay, let's execute, run it now. See, now it is saying affected rows 1 because one row you have updated, you have inserted. Okay, now let's say select star from courses. Okay, let's run it now. You will see that record is you are getting 1, course ID is 1, data factory, course duration is 100. Now I want to insert one more record. How you can do? How you can do, friends? Insert, same, insert into courses, course ID, course name and course duration. Your data is changing to, this is a Databricks. Instead of data factory, I will say it's a Databricks. Databricks, I can say it's a 80 hours course and run it. See, one more row is updated, like inserted. Select star from courses. Let's run it. See, 1, 2, data factory, Databricks, it's a 100 hours course, it's a 80 hours course. Okay, clear? Now I want to put some kind of a conditions where course underscore name, course underscore name equal to Databricks. So then you will get only Databricks results. See, in messages you will come to know how many records written. 2 records written, previous result. Now run it. You will see only 1 record you are getting. 2 Databricks 80. If you go to messages, you see only 1 record it returned. This record. Okay, clear, please? So one more small thing I wanted to show you, then we can close the session for today. See, when I am creating the table, I don't want to create something like this. When you want to provide data for all the columns, then you need to provide the column names. When you don't like, when you want to provide data for only few columns, example, I don't want to provide the course duration. Okay, I don't want to provide the course duration. You can go like this. Here you can just remove it. It's going to be your AWS course ID. I will mark it as a 3. Okay, now you run it. Okay, one row is updated again. Now you see select star from courses. C 1, 2, 3. 3 is null value here. Now I want to check where course underscore duration is null. Wherever I have a course duration is null, that record I want to get where condition. See, this 3 AWS record is having course duration is null. Wherever course duration is null, that record I want, I'm able to get it. Okay. Now with this understanding, you need to have a one more thing. So when you are providing the data for all the column names, you don't need to mention the column names directly. You can simply say values. When you want to skip value for particular column, you need to give the column names like whatever we have done. But when you want to give the data for all the columns, let's say 3 this one you can say event hubs. Okay. This one 3 event hubs. Here you need to give your duration of this event hubs course. Let's say this is 25 hours. Okay, just I'm giving 25 hours. Just run it. Now you see this record also will go or insert into courses, invalid object, courses, spelling mistake. Okay, it's a courses. Now run it. See, insert into courses, values are this. So this record also will be there in your table. Let's start from courses. Run it. See here, 1, 2, 3. Okay, your like this record, sorry, I just put 3. So same with the same ID, it came. If you use that primary key constant, then this will not allow. If you are using same number for another record, it will not tell. It will throw error, primary key violation, some error it will throw. Okay. Now I want to insert multiple records. Let's say something like this, event hubs. Okay. Let's say stream analytics, streaming tutorial, something like this. Okay, this is 4. Okay, now along with this I want to insert one more record. So do you copy something like this? You are thinking I'm going to do something like this, right? So you are thinking if I want to insert one more record, I'll just mark it as something like this 5. Okay, here let's say streaming Spark. Okay, Spark something 40 hours. Okay, so 5 Spark. Now do you think I am going to execute like this? It will work exactly fine, but now you don't need to mention this when you want to insert multiple records as well. You just put comma between all the things. Now you can simply say like this, 4 and 5 both the records will insert into the table. There are multiple ways you can insert the records. Okay, now you see 4 and 5 will be there in your courses table. Okay. See 4 and 5 came into the streaming and Spark came into your table. Okay, that's all for today, friends. Any questions before we close the call? Tomorrow I will have like some 15 to 20 minutes introduction. Then quickly we will see how to create tables, how to copy data from SQL database to SQL database itself. Then we will see like what are the different ways you can able to get the data from database and load it into the other things.
Okay, Malaya, can we create identity column? Like suppose when you're inserting some data into this courses table.
Yes, yes, you can.
Okay.
Okay.
Malaya, can you send us these PPTs, whatever been covered so far?
Okay, okay, sure. It will take some
Possible.
time. I will not be able to share immediately.
Yeah, fine.
So you anyhow you have everything in videos. I'm sharing videos. Okay, so I will share these things in some time.
Okay. Thank you.
Everybody's clear. Okay, if everything is fine, that's all for today, friends. Thank you. Thank you.